ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्गभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ चिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ बलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। ॐ मेधाविने Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shruti Paradaya Namah. Om Shrotriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Sac-cid-aanandayaa Namah. Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadhave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Suhrude Namah. Om Swayam Jyotishe Namah. Om Sthita Prajnaya Namah. Om Shama Shilaya Namah. Om Jnana Murtaye Namah. Om Jnana Yogine Namah. Om Jnana Triptaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. First of all, thanks to the host for organizing this evening. In these past 8 months or so, 9 months or so, we have taken this explaining 108 names of Pujya Gurudev, and we have completed up to 94. Today is what? 95. 95. This is the 11th satsang in a single row I have done, and today is the 11th satsang. I started last Saturday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, Saturday evening, and Sunday evening. So my throat is, this is the 5th talk of the day also. My throat may suddenly give up, so don't worry about it. So these names of Gurudev are meant for us to remember our goal. We often forget, get into the car and suddenly wonder, where are we going today? Right? Many often your husband would ask that question. You said party, but where is the party? So, many times you forget the goal. Somebody has to remind us. But if she also doesn't know, what will happen then? If nobody around you knows where you are going, then what happens? Chalo, kahin bhi jayenge. Let us go somewhere where everybody is going. And that is how we live, usually. Where are you going? Where everybody is going. But one who knows the goal and walks, he knows exactly where he is going, and therefore he looks always peculiar. Why? Because he is on his own way. And it is said that a Mahatma, when he walks towards his goal, where nobody else follows him, he may look weird, but interestingly, only another Mahatma knows where exactly he is going. In Tamil, there is a proverb, only another snake will know where the earlier snake went. Because they leave no trail. Pambariyam. Oh, thank God. See, interestingly, snake doesn't have a leg or feet. How does it move? Similarly, a bird is flying and you will not see any trace of it. Right? Only other bird would know where exactly it goes. So in the same way, only the Mahatmas realize the ways of the Mahatmas. But they show us the goal. It is up to us whether to go in their direction or not. And when we are busy with our life, we are also told, oh, go to a temple or a church or a mosque or any place to meet God. And what we do? We go there and say, hello God, how are you? Wherever you are, you be. Wherever I am, I'll be. Let us have that relationship. As you be where you are and I be where I am. Whenever I need, I'll call you. Isn't that what you do with relatives also? So if you have a rich uncle or rich mama somewhere, so what do? Okay, whenever I need your help, I'll call you. In the same way, Bhagavan is a provider. Whenever we are in trouble, Sankata Kale Venkata Ramana. One person yesterday was telling me, Swamiji, in Chicago there is a Balaji temple. There, the vada is really good. I said, you go to Balaji temple for the sake of vada. Then you should say, Edu Gontala vada. Not vada. Edu Gontala vada, nahi vada only. People go to temple only for vada and laddu. What can you do with that? Bhagavan also knows, he quietly smiling. All religions, when you say religion, they all have the same way of treating the devotees. You be where you are, we'll provide you what you want. So therefore, the temples are made only for house of God, not teaching about God. Have you ever seen in a temple where they teach you? Do they? The priest definitely is a mediator between a crying soul and providing God. And you cry whatever you need or you seek, and then he will convey that to the Lord. And whatever Bhagavan says, he conveys it to you. This is what the belief is. But a very Sac-cid-aanandayaa, a person who has a clear thinking, he said, why do I need a mediator? Why not I talk directly? Then priest's work will be completely gone. Vedanta says, instead of going and crying and asking for this and that from the Lord, discover him in your own heart. Bring the temple to your heart. In this context, how can I bring Bhagavan Vishnu into my heart, or Shiva into my heart, or Lord Rama into my heart? Is it possible? Yes. How? To know the nature of God and nature of you as one and the same. That is the only way. What is the nature of Bhagavan? What is the nature of the Lord? See, no religion says God was not there and after some time he came. Is it saying that? Bhagavan hai hi nahi pehle. Then one day God was created. Is that so? So, whichever be the religion which proclaims there is God, first thing they say was God was eternal. Please, if you are not interested, you can go and be in your. I know you too. Please pay attention here. You don't need side talk there. Any religion, God is not said to be one who is not there and suddenly came into being. No. Every religion declares only one thing. God is eternal, timeless, beginningless. Which means what? There is no asat of God. Sat means is. Asat means not true. Not there. Are you all seeing horns on my head? That is asat. Meaning, it was not there, it is not there, and I hope and I am sure it won't be there in the future also. Swamiji, I have a doubt. It may come out sometime. So, nature of God is what? Sat. S-A-T. Some of the kids are wondering now. Swamiji is going to talk about S-A-T? What is S-A-T?
Scholastic aptitude test. Scholastic aptitude test.
Bhagavan is not like that. He is not doing any test there. SAT meaning is. Is, was, will be. Bhagavan Krishna in second chapter itself clears that point. There is no time you are not there, Arjuna. There is no time I was not there. And no time you will not be there. No time I will not be there. Natve vaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha nachevana bhavishyamaha sarve vayam atapparam. Atapparam sarve vayam. All of us would not be. All of us were not, ever were not. Meaning, all of us were there forever. All of us there will be there forever. So that means what? Never we ever become absent. You may be absent-minded. Now, mind may become absent, but you will not be absent. So what is our nature? What is the first of the nature of the God? Always there. And Krishna says, you will also be there. There is no time you will be absent. But you as this body will be absent. Was absent 50, 60 years back, this body was not there. And I am sure 50, 60 years later, this body won't be there. Any doubt? Swami, you don't talk like that. No? We are all here, nicely dressed and all this. You're talking about will not be there, will be there. What is this? But the fact is fact. Your parents, your grandparents, they were there, gone. Have you ever seen your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather? Was he there? Now where is he? Don't know.
Somewhere there.
So he was there. Have you seen him? So he was there. How do you know? How do you know that he was there? That is the correct answer. You are a Vedanta student. I know my great-great-grandfather was there. Proof of his existence is I am. If he was not there, would I be? You cannot say great-grandfather never existed. That means you are not thinking. I am the proof for God's existence. Even if you say God created the whole world and disappeared, he was there. Why? I am here. You can deny everything else except your own existence. My father's existence is proved by my existence. My grandfather's existence was proved by my father's existence. My grandmother's existence was proved by my mother's existence. You cannot deny that. So I am is the proof for God's existence. So who are you? Sat. You are not Asat. You are Sat. So what is the connection between me and God then? He is also Sat. I am also Sat. Sat. Correct or not?
Correct.
Better accept. I am not giving you something you may have to believe. Think. That's what our Gurudev always would say. He will make a statement and say, think. If you don't think and blindly believe, you will be like any other religious person who do not want to think, and when things won't happen the way one wants, no, I change my religion. I convert. Why? Because I am not thinking. Only religion that doesn't convert is Hinduism. Why? Because they do not believe in this. Why? Because you think and follow. If you don't think, you fall low. Think. God is therefore is not a form or something hanging around somewhere in the heavens. It is my own being. Not the body. Not my mind. But I am. Sat. Correct? So there are three words that I have to explain to you today. Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So first one is clear. Don't have any doubt. What is God according to Hinduism? Sac-cid-aananda. That is the truth. And the definition of that is that which ever existed like me. I am Sat and Bhagavan is also Sat. Good. Interestingly, this apple, right? Is it apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you know? You ever asked it?
I know.
Ask that, no? Are you apple? Okay, if you ask Siri, it will tell you. Apple phone will tell you. I am apple, what do you mean? So, this was alive when it was there in the tree. Now, it is not alive. Let us say it is still hanging in the tree. You ask, are you apple? What will it say?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Why? It is alive but cannot say anything. Whereas if I ask you, are you alive?
Yes.
Why are you saying?
Because I can speak.
Huh?
Because I can say
Okay, if you don't speak, if I ask you, are you alive? Right? You are able to say yes or no, or able to reply because you are aware. Whereas this is not. That's the difference between a life form and a non-life form. An inert thing cannot respond. Even though it exists, but it cannot respond. Whereas you and I can. Because not only I am, but I know that I am. Is it not? Every living being is existing, but only human beings are aware about their own existence. A dog also exists, but its existence is conditioned by its instinctive nature. If you feed, it will eat, it will take you for a walk, it will walk, and it will stop at every lamppost. It's like, some of these gangsters, they put their sign. Like we don't understand what they sign they put. Only other gang members know. Correct or not? Oh, these fellows are in this area. Our territory, don't come anywhere. That is exactly what the dog is doing. You ask anybody. Yeah, what they are doing is, it will go to a lamp and smell as any other dog gone by. No? Put my signature. Otherwise, do you think that it has to do it in every lamppost or what? It has an eternal flow of things. No. It puts its signature. Don't come anywhere near me because this is my area. I'm not joking. You talk to any kind of dog specialist. That's what it does. It keeps going around. Here is my signature. There, another signature. But the signature doesn't last long, therefore it has to do every day. So the dog constantly reacts to the world. Every living being is constantly reacting to the world like you do. As soon as you got into this your garage or wherever, they went straight to see what is kept there in the kitchen and came back. It's all covered. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 8 items. Okay, fine. Sometimes, okay, what is also there, I think. So we constantly react to the world instinctively. That is how our body is. But apart from the instinctive based living in ourselves, but there is an intelligent way of living. That is to realize that I not only know the world and objects and things like that, but I am constantly aware of myself. And because I am aware of myself, my thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, my reactions, I have the choice of changing that also, which animals cannot change their behavior. You have to train them. A dog also will follow certain rules when trained. Not trained, it won't. And even the training is limited. It cannot independently do itself. It is trained to do itself. little bit of possibility is there in the dog than another living being, because they are very close to human. So they behave or emulate certain human qualities. So human beings alone can observe themselves and change. And all this development that we see around us are because of that very ability to think and change. We are living in a different kind of an environment than what people were living some 25, 30, 45 years back. Why? Because we thought and changed. The car that we drive, the communication equipments that we have, the dress that we wear, and the way we do things. Please sit straight. That's why I said they get agitated. At their age, they will not understand. So, yes, human being, we observe and change. This ability to know oneself is called chit. Chit means awareness, consciousness. So, not only do I exist, I know I exist. And I know I exist forever. Not as a body. Definitely body. I know the body is going through the change and it will die at some point of time. I know it. All of us know it. But you will see the extinction of your own body and you will not regret for it. Your regret is only leaving others. Because you are not going anywhere. Meaning, you are not disappearing. You are only not anymore expressing through this physical body. So therefore, this knowledge makes you face death not with fear. Face death as a reality. That's why it is said, today also afternoon when I was talking about the subject matter, a person who knows this knowledge has no fear. Why? Because I know I am going to be there, but not in this physical body. All the relationship connected to this physical body will be no more. All the experiences connected to this body will be no more. But I continue on, is the journey. So this awareness which I have of my own being is chit. Now, when I look at another person, another human being, I should appreciate and acknowledge he is also the same Sat existence, and he or she is also the same consciousness as I am. No difference. Whether it is a man or a woman, whether it is a high or low, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all these things are only with the body. Born to a Brahmana, therefore he was Brahmana body. Born to a Kshatriya, Kshatriya body. But that has nothing to do with Sat and Chit. So in the name of this birth, etc., we create such a havoc in ourselves, based upon the color of the skin, based upon the family, based upon the, status, how much of such disparities we have created in this world. And based upon that only all the world wars also, isn't that? Upanishad's view is no war. Why? War is all because of you having a very low level of awareness. Your vision is not lofty. Vision is not universal. Now, having understood that I am pure existence, Sat, having others also understood that I am aware of myself, Chit, the next thing is, what is that all living beings are busy with? Every day. Take yourself for example. What are you so busy with? All the living beings are busy to accomplish happiness in some way or the other. Every moment. If you are sitting here, it is because you seek some happiness. Even if you do not want to sit here because it may give happiness to your wife and therefore you are. And the children also sitting because otherwise my mom will get upset and they're sitting there. Do you want to sit? No, actually not. Everything that we do in our life, every moment, for what you are doing? To add little more to my happiness. Nobody does anything in this world to add sorrow. Do you do anything in your life to become more miserable? If you want to do it, I will give you many things to do. But nobody does anything to become miserable. Not only human, all living beings. The mother going through the excruciating pain to deliver the child will go through that pain for what? The happiness of listening to the cry of the child. Is it not true? And it will take a case of an Andhra person. Gongura chutney. For what? Tears rolling through the oh, so good, Swamiji. Tears and the whole body is shivering out of that heat. Redness happens on your ears. Body is burning. Even that externally seen as a pain, Gongura chutney. Nobody does anything in this world, any time, for nothing other than happiness. Ananda. Now, these ananda can be divided as three parts: pleasure, joy, happiness. So these three, we conclude it to be same, but it is not the same. Pleasure is of the senses, joy is of the mind, happiness of the intellect. This is how it is divided. For example, if you are eating a rasagulla, the rasagulla taste is there, it comes to your mouth and you taste that softness and the sugar, etc. What gives you at that time is pleasure. Pleasure. To what? To the tongue, to that sweetness, to that softness. Right? But actually, that very rasagulla is because you did not have for many days, and once in a while when you eat it, it is joyful, and pleasure becomes joy to the mind. So, it is said that the moment of that, the whole experience is Priya Moda Pramoda. A vastu, an object, when you desire to have it, in your mind there is a thought about it. If only I can have the rasagulla. And you walk up to the kitchen and open one of the rasagulla. So you saw it. And you are going to have, and you count also. How many people are here? 25. How many are there eating? That means I have to stand before the queue. Then only I will get it. Otherwise it will not be there. So when you see the object of joy or pleasure, what happens in your mind is Priya Vritti, a delightful thought. Then you are standing in that, with the plate, etc., and it is placed on your plate. And it is yours now. Moda. The fulfillment is much closer. Moda Vritti. Now, there is no obstruction to you having it. And you are going there, and the last piece was given to the previous person. Then Priya becomes unhappiness. Why? I am not getting it. The Moda Vritti would not take place. But then when that plate is there in front of you and you are taking it in your hand, feeling the softness of it, and you are above. Somebody was next to you. Therefore, you saw it landing on the floor. So upset. How can you open your hands and talk like this? So the next vritti doesn't take place. It's called pramoda. So it has to land in your tongue, and thereafter there is no question of joy. That is completeness of the pleasure. It's called pramoda vritti. So pleasure of the senses, parallelly bringing about a fulfillment in the mind. Right? So one is the pleasure which is derived in the senses, which adds to joy in the mind. But after you have consumed it, you remember your doctor had warned you, that you have a high sugar, that even sitting alone will be dangerous because ants will come on you. So much sugar.
Oh my God.
You become Valmiki. Valmiki means whatever ant will come. My God. I forgot that I should not have this. That means intellect is not accepting your act. Then it leads to what? Unhappiness. I should not have done this. No, who is going to suffer this? I will definitely have a problem today. Huh? So if your intellect is objecting to this act of your mind, which you did through your body, you may have pleasure, you may have joy, but not happiness. But if you are ill and hearty, and then you can have, okay, go ahead. So then, it's complete. Pleasure, joy, happiness. You understand? This is where we are at this present moment. This is what our idea of happiness. But Vedanta says that this alone is not. Because if you are deprived of, let us say that even if you have that rasgulla, okay, it has given you happiness. Okay, second time you go for it, it will not give the same amount of happiness. Third time, it will be much less. Fourth, worse. Diminishing returns. So that means the happiness is only a short moment and a particular criteria where I have not had for a long time and I have it. The same thing again and again given to me will not add to more happiness. It will add to more unhappiness. Your stomach will get hurt and you feel like you're vomiting. And the fourth time, fifth time I give the same, and I don't want it now. So the happiness is a limited experience, but what we are seeking is anand. You know, if you joy, there is sorrow. Happiness, unhappiness. Pleasure, displeasure. Bliss does not have an opposite. Anand ka viruddha nahi hai. There is nothing opposed to anand. That is what is the final goal of all jivas. To reach to Ananda. That Ananda is not a pleasure, not a joy, not happiness of the intellect. It is realizing my nature is Ananda. My own being, my nature is Ananda. And it is not something which you don't know. You know it. You have experienced every day. What? Sleep. In sleep, where my body is not, I am aware. My mind and thoughts and emotion, feelings, I am not aware. My intellect is also not making any judgment. I am at a restful time. When I wake up in the morning, I say, I had a peaceful sleep. Don't you all experience? If you don't have such experience, I have recorded this talk. When you go to late in the night, you replay it. Halfway through, you will do it. So that peace is not a product of anything. Peace is not a product of any sense pleasure. Peace is not product of your mental thoughts or emotions. That peace is not a product of your intellectual some conclusion or appreciation. It's me. A short period of time in the sleep I experience it, but I cannot claim it when I want. But the Vedanta says you can, if only you know that is what you are really. When you realize that Ananda is my nature of being, when the mind has become quiet, what you experience is really Ananda. When the mind is agitated over something, when that particular problem is solved, at a glimpse you get what you get as the deeper silent, deeper quietude is called Ananda. When you go out, let us say, going to the Himalayas and then looking at the beautiful snow-clad mountains there, and suddenly you feel everything is so quiet and serene, what you experience is Ananda. It is not that mountain that is there that is giving you ananda. Your mind is quiet. Your mind is not demanding. Your mind is not agitated. Your mind is not disturbed. Your mind is not asking something. When you are in the company of a person who completely understands you, there is no difference of opinion between you and that person. And he is a person who doesn't ask anything from you. Anand. So therefore, my nature is what? Sat. Pure existence. Ever, forever. Not that I never was ever absent before. Never shall I be absent in the future. Sat. I am constantly aware of my own being, Chit, and my nature is Anand. And that is what my true identity, Sat, Chit, Anand. And the nature of God is Sat, Chit, Anand. Have you seen any Bhagavan crying? Gurudev will say, we do not have a crying God, only laughing God all the time. Even the avatars, Krishna or somebody whom we worship, physically they were absent. There is only avatar. Your God is dead. What do you mean by God dead? God cannot be dead. In a form of a God which appeared to the world may be dead. But by nature of the Lord is eternal. Our God has no historical presence. Sometime he was not there. 2000 years back he was not there. Suddenly he came up. That is not allowed. By nature, God has no historical beginning and historical end. And thus, when we recognize the oneness between the nature of the Lord and me, where are you building the temple then? Where are you placing the Lord then? In your own heart. Sometimes we may forget that we are of this nature. The God's nature is our nature. When we forget that, then you have got to go to the temple. Remind yourself. Just like every day you do that in front of the mirror. Isn't it? Have you not seen your face? Why do you need a mirror? Today I didn't see my face. Yesterday my face was good. Today I am not sure about it. Before I open the door for the world to see me, let us better prepare that. Let us prepare the world for that.
Scary.
Don't go to anybody's house before telling them. You will be scared. So before I face the world, let me present myself. So you have not seen your face at all. So one lady early morning, as soon as she woke up, she started putting makeup, The husband asked, what's wrong with you? No, face recognition. The iPhone. It won't open unless I put the makeup on. Who is this? iPhone X would not recognize me. So, why do we need to see your face every day? It so happened when we went to Kailash 2004, at that time it is not the facility that we have nowadays, right? And we had to go through, all various traveling and etc. and then harsh weather. And unlike now where we have more facilities, at those times we were living in the tents only. And then harsh weather. And the road was also not there. No road. And then the fellow who's driving, he knows the way, he just go. We won't see anything. Everything looks similar, but he knows. And after 10 or 12 days of traveling, etc., when we came back to the base, to the place where we started, Delhi or somewhere, when I opened when I stood in front of the mirror, I just couldn't believe that it's me. Dark patches all over, skin has started coming out. Because we never looked at ourselves in the past 10 days. No opportunity. So, oh my God, it is me. So why do you need to see the mirror every day? To recognize yourself. It is me. In the same way, the Sac-cid-aananda Swarupa of the Lord, who is my own nature, when you go to a temple, what are you looking at there? Me in the true nature. Me with a beautiful form. So when you do the decoration of the Lord, actually you are decorating your own higher nature. Bhagavan is expressing your true nature. Don't look at that form as something different from you. That affinity, that oneness, that identification, when it happens, you realize that this form is none other than me. My own true identity. So thus, religion, when it starts teaching you, you come closer to God. When the religion stops teaching you, you go far away from Him. So you may do all rituals and pujas and upasanas, this and that, but still, until I see the identity between me and the Lord, there is always this gap. And when there is a gap, there is a fear. There is uncertainty. There is insecurity. He is great and I am not. He is all-pervading, I am limited. He is all-knowing, I am little. He is deathless, I am subject to death. He is changeless, I am subject to change. This barrier has to be broken. That is the work of the Upanishads. Let us destroy that difference. And thus a saint also would go to a temple only to see the Lord and smile. Oh, what a beautiful form you are. My own nature. I am myself in that beautiful form. Do you think Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when he was sitting and doing the puja for Kali, very often he would get lost. Some people have to tell him, because he will be doing the puja, suddenly he will just go into that state of oneness. Hours together. And the people have to wake up, wake him up. Please finish the puja now. And he will hardly wake up to do the puja because he will get lost in that oneness. Just like when you are, if you are a good rasika of a music, when somebody is beautifully doing the alapana, wow, 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 wow. And I sit next to him. I have no idea what you are up to. What is going on here? Because I have no knowledge of it. And you cannot blame me. I don't know. Similarly, all of us are novice about this, where a Mahatma could, looking at the Lord, he will get completely absorbed. That's why I said, only the Mahatmas know the ways of the Mahatmas. Just like the bird, where it went, only the other bird would know it. So, therefore, religion as such is devoid of spirituality or philosophy, is only ritual. Where you know the purpose of it, it becomes spiritual. With the spirit, it becomes spiritual. Without spirit, it is ritual. And many people are only interested in the ritual part of it, and they just do not understand why that is done, or what purpose is that. And only demanding constantly, ye de do, wo de do. But whereas an individual who realizes the connection between the knowledge and action, he knows the action is outcome of understanding. So let us say you are feeding your child, and the child does not want to eat the regular food that you provide. I don't want to eat this. Give me pizza. Give me, what do you call it? Pasta. Oh, why didn't you eat vegetables? I don't want it. At that stage, the child wants only taste. Only taste the child is interested in, and not nutrition. Isn't it? Most of you are like that only. I'm just giving an example of, not you. Sometimes the children are more aware of that than the parents. Give me something which is nutritious. Don't give me any of these things. Fast food. So when you eat any of these snacks and the fast food, etc., nutrition is not there. So when you are aware of that, why am I eating? What is the purpose? The purpose of the eating is to make my body healthier, give enough nutrition. So you are particular about what to eat. Similarly, when you go to the temple, you know why you are there, not just to just follow a ritual, not just to chant whatever is going on, but to connect with the Lord, to become in line with what that is the Lord stands for. Irrespective of whether they are putting a flower or a puja or showing arati, your connection with the Lord is established. And thus such a person alone can really recognize one's own nature as Sac-cid-aanandayaa, which is the nature of the Lord. Right? So, to a guru who is always in that understanding and awareness, to him our salutations. Sac-cid-aanandayaa Namah. A guru necessarily, a spiritual teacher necessarily must bring the student as much close to the Lord as possible. And it cannot be a forced drawing the person. It has to be done out of understanding only. The student cannot be dragged to the portal of the Lord. He has to be given instructions to walk by himself. That's why I often say, Guru can only shed a light. You have to walk. And Gurudev always told us, I am not a donkey to carry you people. I can only be a guide. And you have to walk. I'll show the light. You have to take the path. So the one who endless hours he spent in teaching and guiding and uplifting the people with the correct understanding as provided by the scriptures, not his own idea. Some people have their own fantastic idea, and I will be your guru. Such a person who says, I am your guru, stay far away from such people. 1-800. 1-800-baba.com or whatever. No, call me, I will solve all your problems. $100 per 10 minutes. Therefore, I will solve my problem. I have a financial problem, 10 minutes. Stay far away from them. A true guru never will declare himself as a guru. Because he says that I am only a light. I am not doing anything, I am just showing a light. You walk. What is my role in this? To make you see. You see and you walk. I'm making you see. Ajnana-timirandasya jnananjana-shalakaya chakshuhu unmilitamya. I'm just opening your eyes, now you see. I'm not making you see, I'm just opening your eyes. That's what a teacher would do. In some place when I was in Kerala just 2 months back, they were chanting the same verse, the small children. Of course, in Malayalam, the way they chant is very funny. Anybody Malayali here? Raise your hand. Nobody? All Telugu? Okay. Ajnana-timirandasya jnananjana-shalakaya. The way they chant is really fun. Akhanda mentalagaram. I was laughing. Because the children would not know what they are talking about. And the elders also they say, Akhanda mentalagaram. Anyway, so if you know why you are there, then you have a better experience of it. So the Guru's role is to open the eyes so that we can see. His role is to show the light so that we can walk. He will give the correct understanding so that we will know the purpose of our life. And so such a teacher is our salutations. So one who has spent endless time of his life only to make people know it. That was our Gurudev. He was not a magician, or he would say that I don't do any Maya jal here. I am not a person who to see this. So what is the part? You see it and then go home miserable same way only. It's like going to a basketball game or anything. After seeing basketball playing, you become a basketball. Or you become a player. You just entertained yourself for 1 or 2 hours. That's all, paying money. I'm not here for entertainment. We are here for enlightenment. Where you are able to uplift yourself from one level to the next level. Right? That can happen only with your willingness. Nobody can force it. So therefore, we should take the right guidance and move ahead. For which thinking is involved. And many people are not interested in thinking. Please, can you think for me? It is as good as asking, can you please eat for me? Can anybody eat for you? No. To appease your hunger? So if I have to proceed on to understand myself better, it is me who has to do the work, nobody else. So thus, the people whom Gurudev addressed were the people who are ready to think. So that's why when he started speaking, only the people educated who are able to understand his words were around him. And he said, if educated mass of the society are able to do better, the others will follow implicitly. If they themselves is not doing the right thing, obviously what will happen to the rest of the people? So that's the reason why he was speaking in a language which educated people can understand the logic of it, the rationality behind it, the way of thinking, and the books that he wrote, the lectures that he gave are all for us to think and follow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.